It's 3 in the morning. The city, quiet. But on the 31st floor of the Grand Meridian, something happened. Or rather, something stopped happening. We're told that Elias Thorne checked in at 10 p.m. The CCTV shows him entering the elevator. He looks normal. Tired, maybe. He presses the button for 31. The doors close. And that is the last time the world sees Elias Thorne. Now, the official report says he simply walked out of an emergency exit. But there's a problem. The emergency exit on the 31st floor has a weight-sensitive alarm. It never went off. The stairs were checked. The roof was locked. So where does a man go when the only way out is through a sky that doesn't want him? Something here doesn't fit. Not the story, not the building, not the physics. Let's look at the room. Suite 3102. When the staff finally entered, 3 days later, the Do Not Disturb sign was still there. It was swaying. The police said there was no sign of a struggle. Someone had just moved past it. Technically, the bed was made. No the luggage was gone. No broken glass. Elias's phone was on the nightstand. The investigators, they missed 98% battery. The thermal readings. You don't leave your life behind. The hotel's climate control system logged a massive temperature drop. In that room, at 3:14 a.m. A drop that shouldn't be possible unless the windows were open. But the windows in the Meridian, they're reinforced. They don't open. Not even for maintenance. There's a witness, a night maid named Elena. She was in the hallway at the time. She says she heard voices, not an argument, just a low, rhythmic chanting, like someone was reading a list. She knocked. The voices stopped, but she didn't hear footsteps. She didn't hear the bolt slide. She just felt a sudden, crushing cold. She walked away. Can we blame her? This is where the narrative fractures. Hotel records show 2 key cards were used for room 3102. Elias had one. Who had the other? The front desk claims only one was issued. Yet the digital log, the one they tried to keep out of discovery, shows a second card was swiped at 3:12 a.m. From the inside. Someone was letting a guest in. Or perhaps they were letting something out. We've all seen the official CCTV. A hallway. Empty. For 6 hours. But if you look closer, at the frame rate, in the top left corner, there's a skip. A 4-second jump. It happens right when the temperature drops. 4 seconds isn't much time. It's a breath. A blink. But in those 4 seconds, the shadows in the corner of the frame, they shift. They don't move with the light. They move against it. Why was the investigation closed in 48 hours? That's the question that keeps me awake. A high-profile businessman vanishes from a locked room in a 5-star hotel, and the lead detective signs it off as a voluntary disappearance, without a body, without a sighting, without a single cent moved from his accounts. It feels controlled, orchestrated, like the building itself was involved. I spoke to a former security guard who worked that night. He didn't want his name used. He said when they checked the service elevator, they found something. Not Elias. Just a pair of shoes. Polished. Placed neatly in the center of the lift. Elias's shoes. But the service elevator hadn't moved from the basement all night. So, how do shoes travel 31 floors through a dormant shaft? It makes you think about the architecture. There are rumors, unconfirmed, that the Meridian was built on top of something older. A structure that didn't have 31 floors. One that ended at 30. So is it possible that the 31st floor isn't entirely there? It sounds crazy. It is crazy. But look at the blueprints. There's a gap in the plumbing. A dead space between 3,102